and popped it free from his grasp.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Littleton on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Raiders' 15-yard line.
They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are pouring it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Browns 34, Raiders 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
And 7 at the 24-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Where's 52? Watch 52.
Carr now to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say
and he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage held their spot, and stacked him up.
44, Mike. Hurry. What's the run? Point it right.
Play fake. Mayfield. And this is incomplete.
Mayfield's pass, intended for Andy Janovich, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Now, this works, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even go into fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, because they did get it.
It worked.
2nd and 2.
And again, it's Chubb. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
At the 25-yard line.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. His pass caught at the 4. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. 4th down, Mayfield. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, either way, they were getting the ball back.
And it was 4th down. Don't you have to try and take a shot anyway instead of trying to ground it? That didn't work at all.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check. Pistol. Watch the curl. Focus. Hey! Mike's Bobo. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Check. Lucky. Hurry. Kings. 44, Mike. Big time shot.
Throwing, Mayfield. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time.
It's a foot race. The 40, 30, 10. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play that time out of Chubb. 91 yards. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same.